What is going on, beautiful folks? Today we're answering the question, what is stopping you from going no contact with your narcissistic partner or parent or whoever it is that you're dealing with, the narcissistic person in your life? What is stopping you? What is holding you back? I'm going to be talking, but I'm going to be answering questions about what do you feel like is holding you back? So you have a question or you have an answer, what is holding you back? Like, seriously, just drop it in the comment section. I'm going to put it on the screen. We can read it. We can help other people as well. If y'all new here, I'm a diagnosed narcissist and I help other people understand the mind of a narcissist or a toxic person in general and whatnot. Good evening. Nothing holding me back at all. Been gone since 2019. There you go. Power up. You know, a lot of times what ends up happening when you're going no contact with a narcissist or a toxic person or whatever, right? What keeps you like the further you get away from it, the better you feel, the more you heal, the more you thrive, right? And you want to thrive. Of course, you want to thrive. Like thriving is necessary when you're trying to leave or deal with a toxic, emotionally abusive, emotionally manipulative person. So the longer you are no contact, the better you will feel. That's damn near a fact right there, y'all. The longer you stay away, the better you will feel eventually. Notice I said eventually. It's not an instantaneous, I feel better right now. Nope. It takes a little while for you to feel better, right? It really, really does. A Melina, who is a channel member, said, I have no one else. You have you. You have you. I feel like so many people feel like they only have themselves, but you have you. You have to be happy with yourself before you can be happy with anyone else, right? Because like if you feel like you can't be happy or you feel like you by yourself you can't stand being alone, but you rather talk to this abusive, manipulative person, or you rather deal with them and have them in your life, and then that you're down there never be happy, right? Then you'll never ever be happy because you're waiting on them. You're waiting on something from them. Right. So you have to understand you have to be able to be happy by yourself before you can be happy with someone else, because happiness is an internal thing, right? Happiness comes from the inside. Happiness works inside out. Like this shirt I got on underneath this one is inside out. You have to be happiness is an internal value, right? You have to be happy inside before you can be happy outside. You can't get happiness from them. That's false happiness, right? That's false happiness. That's false fulfillment that you're getting from this toxic narcissistic person. It's not real, right? It's false. It's a placeholder. It's placebo happiness. It's sugar pill happiness. It's not real, right? It feels real. It looks real. But when you dig deeper beneath the surface, when you dig deeper beneath the level, you understand that it's absolutely not real. It gives you the placebo effect, right? This is understandable, Sonia. Being unalive, retaliation, and being stalked, which are all completely understandable. And those fears could absolutely be valid. But you don't want this fear to help you to stop you from living a full life, because fear of this will stop you from living a full life. Take the necessary steps in order to free yourself, or you'll be unhappy for the rest of your life because this person has kept you in fear while they are out living their life to the fullest. You're scared of them doing something to you. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to take the necessary actions in order to move forward in these spaces and whatnot. You have to, you know. And if anybody's interested, like I said, you say you feel like you're alone, I have a support group called the Mental Healers. I run it. You can find more information at mentalhealness.net. I do coaching. I have courses. I have support groups, the whole shebang, right? Mentalhealness.net. Uh, this is what happens right here. Being scared of being unalive, the abuse progresses. I'm not. Like I said again, that could be a very valid fear. But that fear, when is that fear ever going to go away? So you plan on dealing with this person for the rest of your life? Because it's like you might be you're physically still here, but it's like you're emotionally gone, right? You're emotionally dead. You're emotionally unalived, right? You're emotionally gone already. So physically you're still here, but you're emotionally gone. You have to take the necessary steps, whatever that looks like for your situation, right? Everybody's situation is going to be different. So you have to take the necessary steps in order to set yourself free. So you want to live a full life. I'm telling you, how fair does it sound that this toxic narcissistic person has you scared to move on, but they're moving on. They're living with somebody else. They have a whole nother family, but you can't move on. What sense does that make right there, right? What sense does that make? You see, What sense does it make for you to hold yourself back for this fear, which could be a valid fear? You could be dealing with a very dangerous person. Dangerous or not, you have to protect yourself. Whether they're do it or not, you have to protect yourself, right? I want y'all to live a full life. You see what I'm saying? What's going on, Lisa? Hope you're doing good, girl. New York's in the house. At first, I was looking for an apology, but I know that's not happening. Yeah, waiting around for an apology. If an apology is keeping you from going no contact, you're in for a wild ride because you might not ever get one. Don't let apology keep. I know Anna says it's not holding her back now, but you understanding that waiting for an apology that's never going to come can be just a major setback on your life. Major setback. I need that apology. You don't need it. You want it. You need food, water, and shelter. You want an apology. You see, that's the difference. Yeah, holding on to that right there can set you back a long time. Waiting on that person to apologize. I'm sorry. No, if they saying sorry and being sorry are two totally different things. Having a child with him is stopping me from going no contact, which is, again, 100% understandable. A lot of times it's very difficult to go no contact when you have a kid with a narcissistic person, right? Unless you have like a third party that's willing to do all the communication and drop offs and pickups and stuff like that. That's very difficult to find somebody. So in these situations, you can go no contact. I mean, low contact, low, LOW. You can go low contact. Only, I call it ONC. Only necessary contact. Only necessary contact, right? You only doing only necessary contact. If it ain't about the kids, you're not responding. You're not taking it personally. Any personal attacks, man, you gotta kind of let it roll off your shoulder like a bead of water down a brand new roof, right? Only necessary contact. That can help you out a lot. I want to see his karma. Y'all, don't let karma keep you dealing with this person. Look, they can't. Look, I'm gonna say this right here. They can never get their karma if you're still holding on. How can karma ain't got no room to enter the conversation if you still dealing with them, if you're still talking to them, waiting on karma doesn't have any room to get in here. Karma's like, excuse me, please, excuse me. Karma can't even get in there. You gotta let karma in. You gotta let karma get in there. You gotta let karma get in. You gotta let karma squeeze through. So karma can't do its work while you still there dealing with the person, right? Karma can't do its work correctly. You gotta let karma. You gotta give karma room to work. You know what I mean? You really, really do. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, his karma could. What if his karma is you leaving him? What if her karma is you leaving her? You see what I'm saying? Whatever the situation may be. What if their karma is losing you and they never will get it if you refuse to leave them alone? There's so many, y'all. I understand there's so many people that are unhappy in their lives right now because they're dealing with an abuser that they just feel like they can't let go. You can't go no contact with them because you're waiting on something. What are you waiting for? You know what I mean? Lisa said you would never get closure. If you're waiting on closure, hell no. You can be waiting for the rest of your life. You don't want to get to your deathbed and you don't get to your deathbed and like, hey, grandma, grandpa, what do you feel like your biggest, hey, grandma, grandpa, what do you feel like your biggest regret is? You don't want to say, hey, Sonny Jim, my biggest regret is giving your dirty ass grandpa 20 extra years for his stinking ass to give me closure. Fuck your grandpa. The flatline, right? You don't want to wait on that right there. You don't want to get that to him. You know what I mean? You don't want to give him that energy. You know what I mean? Waiting on your stinking ass grandpa to change his behaviors and this. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens. Another thing a lot of people say that they're waiting on y'all is for that person to change. I don't want to leave too early. So what would give you bigger regret right here? Leaving too early or leaving too late? What's the bigger regret? What's the greatest regret right here? Consider there are billions of people on the planet, right? So would leaving early be a bigger regret, or leaving too early, or leaving too late? I think a lot of people would say too late, because if too late, you can't get that time back, right? If you leave too late, you would never get the time back. The time you feel like you've invested in this relationship, you'll never get that back. You'll never So it's an unequal, it's a bad, a relationship with a narcissistic person is a bad investment. You will never get out of it what you put in. You will never get out of a toxic relationship what you put into it. So it's a bad investment. It's a bad investment. I know some people would say, I know a lot of people in here say, look, leaving too, look, so many people say leaving too late. Like so many people saying leaving too late, leaving too late. You know what I'm saying? But there's some people who have the mindset that might be embarrassed right now, but might be ashamed to say leaving too early, which is understandable. It's understandable. What if I leave too early? I don't find anybody else. My heart is pounding. I'm scared to go no contact. What if it's too early? I'm telling you, what's the bigger loss? Too early or too late? You have to decide. Nobody else can decide that for you right there. Nobody else can decide that for you. I'm no contact. We still live together. So y'all, that's tough as hell right there, Coco. That's tough. That is tough to live with them. Y'all know how tough it is to live with a motherfucker you ain't talking to. You know how tough that is to live with a motherfucker you ain't talking to. That's tough as hell. How you work that out? But sometimes you have different schedules. You might go upstairs, it might be downstairs and whatnot, right? Leave when you're ready. But I like to say, don't leave. Look, nobody can tell you when to leave. Nobody can tell you when to go no contact, right? Because you have to decide it for yourself. Because if somebody else tells you to do it, if somebody else say, hey, you need to go no contact, then you do it, you don't really want to, and you really don't want to do it, you'll break no contact because you miss them. You love them. You can't stop thinking about them. So you'll break no contact because of that, right? Leave, go no contact when you're ready, right? Leave, go no contact when you're ready. What's stopping you from going no contact? Maybe because you think things will get better if they stop drinking. Jamie said, I wasted 16 years with an alcoholic narcissist, right? And it sucks. You feel like you wasted your time, but I never feel like it's wasted time, right? It's only wasted time when you understand it. If you were to go back into it right now, then you'll be wasting your time, right? Then you'll be wasting your time. I don't think you wasted time while you're with him, but now that you understand what you're going through and who he is, you'll be wasting time going back with him right now. The clock would start on your wasted time, right? You know what I'm saying? The clock would start on you wasting time. And whatnot. The trauma bond is keeping you from going no contact. Yeah. The trauma bond is real, ain't it? The trauma bond is real. So in these situations when you feel like you're trauma bonded to them, it's stopping you from going no contact. Again, you have to see them for who they really are. One of the things you have to start doing, and I might, this is not disrespectful towards you, Carla. I promise you're not. You have to see them for who they really are and not who you think they are. Not who they were in the beginning, who they are right now in this instant. Who are they right now? Not who they were in the beginning. Not the love bomber. I'm talking about the liar. I'm talking about the cheater. I'm talking about the manipulator. I'm talking about the gaslighter. I'm talking about the abuser. Who are they right now? Not who they were when you met them. That's a different person. Who are they right now? Because that's important. That's absolutely important. Who they are right now. This is the first step. And you have to stop. You have to be truthful to yourself. So many people you kind of shake it off when you're about to be honest to them. You shake it off about them. You shake it off. Like, no, that's not who they are. It can't be. I'm not in love with an abuser. They can't be a narcissist. I would never choose one. Be real with yourself. You have to. One of the main people you have to be real with, the main person you have to be real with is to be real with yourself. You absolutely do. You absolutely do. So a lot of people compare the Stockholm syndrome to the trauma bond, right? The trauma bond will have the Stockholm syndrome will have you sympathizing with the person who's abusing you. Maybe they're not that bad. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem, right? Right? No, you're not the problem. The problem is going back into it and dealing with it. The problem is not you, though. You see what I'm saying? If you're not out here lying and cheating and being manipulative and beating their ass or whatever, the problem ain't you. If you're just showing up every day as a good person, as a good human being, how can you be the problem? You see what I'm saying? That's how it goes right there. You have to accept them for who they are. Whether you're going to leave or not leave, right? Whether you're going to go no contact or not, you have to accept them for who they are, which again is a very, very tough thing to do because then you're gonna have to you're gonna face a lot of shame. Shame keeps people from going no contact, right? Your own shame. I know we talk a lot about the narcissist shame, but your shame can keep you from going no contact. You like, my mama and my daddy, everybody hate this person, but I'm gonna prove them wrong. If I leave, if I go no contact, that'll be proving everybody else right, and I'll be ashamed if everybody else is right. So I need to stay to prove everybody else wrong. I need to stay and fix my marriage, no matter what they put me through. I need to stay and do this. I need to stay so they won't kick me out the church if I get divorced. No. Sometimes you got to say fuck what everybody else think, right? You have to get into that space right there. You have to say fuck what you think. Yeah, hey mama, hey daddy, hey best friend, you were right. This person is an asshole. I was wrong. Sometimes you have to admit that you were wrong, right? In order to go no contact, sometimes you have to admit to your friends and family who hated this bastard from the very beginning. You have to admit to them that you were wrong. Hey, I was wrong. It sucks. It hurts. It hurts to say it out loud. It hurts to be honest with myself. I was wrong. Now I need help. That's you have to be honest with yourself, right? You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be truthful with yourself. You have to empower yourself. In order to leave, in order to go no contact, you got to face shame. Like Jennifer said, do not belittle yourself by staying with them, because sometimes in these situations right here, you're belittling yourself. You're like, you only staying with them. You only communicating with them because you don't want to prove everybody else right. Who cares if everybody else is right, y'all? You made a mistake. You might have made a mistake. You might have made an error. We won't do it again. You're going to compound that error. Hey, this is a bad investment. Don't put that money in it. Don't put that money in that bank right there. That bank is going out of business. They literally have an going out of business sign on the front. Why would you put money in that bank? The bank goes under, and now you're saying, "Oh, too bad. I should have put money in there." You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Shannon for joining the channel membership. I appreciate it. Yeah, you have to understand that you are enough, because a lot of people don't go no contact because you don't feel like you're going to find anybody else. Right? I can't find anybody else, Lee. What if this is the best I'm going to get? Yo, this ain't the best you going to get. I'm going to tell you that shit right now. This ain't the best you going to get. Good night, April. Be sweet. Have a good night. This ain't the best you going to get. It can't be, y'all. I don't give a damn what they said. They ain't the best you can do. Now they're going to try to convince you that they are, but they ain't the best you can do. I can say that straight up. You see what I'm saying? Around and around you go, like a whirly bow, like a whirly wheel, right? You have to believe that right there, though, Ron. Better is coming for you. You have to go get it. Better is coming, but better is coming, but you got to meet it halfway. Better ain't gonna come knock on your door. Hey, Ron, it's me. I'm better. I showed up. I saw that comment you put onto Lee's YouTube, on the Lee's live. I'm better. I'm here for you. I'm showing up. No, you gotta go outside and meet them. You gotta meet it halfway. It's at the corner. Look, better down the street. Ryan, hey, you gotta come get me. You know what I'm saying? you gotta go get it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go get it. But that's the space right there. Pain, anxiety, mental health. They watch you. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Sometimes people don't go no contact because you're afraid that they're going to discard the kids and whatnot, right? You're afraid that they're going to discard the kids or never talk to the kids or abuse the kids, which is understandable. Those are valid fears, y'all. Those are valid fears. But are you are you hurting the kids more by staying or leaving? That's the question you have to ask yourself right there. Are you hurting the kids more by leaving or staying? You know? Or you hurting the kids more, right? I can't go no contact because I need some answers to these questions. Why you need to answer these questions? You know, that prolongs the abuse right there. Needing the answers to some of these questions. Look, in order to heal, one of the things you have to do is be okay with not knowing the answer to everything, right? You can't, you have to be okay with not knowing the answer to every single thing. You absolutely can't. You know, you can't be like, I got to be okay. I might not ever know the answer to this right here. I got to be okay with it, right? I have to be okay with it. He belongs in the dumpsters. Oh yeah. He dislocated your daughter's arm. I hope his ass is in jail, or at least that was reported. You know what I mean? Some people stay for the kids, but those be the wrong reasons. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes people stay for the kids, and I've heard this before. Y'all, I've had people admit this to me before, that sometimes they end up resenting their own kids because they feel like they had to stay for the kids. So it's like this internal resentment towards their children. It's like, if I didn't have kids, I'd be gone. If I didn't have kids, I would be able to go no contact. If I had kids, I wouldn't have to deal with this anymore. But you have kids now. Your kids deserve the best. What does the best look like, right? What does the best look like? I'm not, let's say again, y'all, I'm not telling everybody to leave. This is not me telling you to leave. That's something that you have to decide, right? You see what I'm saying? That's something that you have to decide on your own. Because again, if somebody tells you to leave, you're not ready to leave, you'll just go back. You'll just break no contact. You'll just start the cycle all over again. You have to be ready to stand on that right there, y'all. You really, really have to. You know, I know he will never regret the things he did. No, even if a narcissist regrets the stuff that they do, you'll never know it, right? Yeah, you'll never know it. Even if they regret it, you'll never know it, because they deal with regret. Narcissists deal with regret and shame and guilt in very different ways, right? You'll never know that they're feeling guilty, because they'll find a way in that little narcissistic noggin to blame you for it, right? They'll find a way to blame you, you know. Absolutely. They'll find a way to blame you, you know. Better is here because he's not here. Yeah, be safe. Whatever better looks like for y'all. And I'll say again, I'm not. This is a no judgment live, right? I'll be trying not to judge. You know, I listen and I try not to judge. I can't look. I'm not perfect. I listen and I try not to judge. Right. This is what happens right here. And so many people feel like they can't go no contact. So many people feel like they can't go no contact because they're worried that the narcissist will move on, that the narcissist will give the next person everything that they ask for. Everything that you want, everything that you've been asking for, do it for yourself. Start by being in the position where you're able to do it for yourself, right? You have to, that's how you start doing it right there. He treated my son horrible after saying, "I'm marrying your mom," smashing his belongings, not his biological son. I'm sorry for my yeah, I'm glad. I hope you got your son out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's hard when you bring the step kids, the kids don't even be their biological kids and they be abusing. That'd be so hard, y'all. I've heard some horror stories in that situation as well, right? I've definitely heard some horror stories in that situation, like bringing the kids. The kids don't be, don't be their biological kids, be privy to the abuse, and the mom or dad be staying. Watch their kids get their ass beat, thrown around, put in closets, burned, all kinds of shit. And they still be staying. It'd be crazy, y'all. He said he is codependent on me. He is self-aware, but not self-aware. Yeah, but if they can just say, "Hey, I'm codependent on you," that just means they feel like they're telling you that they can't live without you. They need you to be around. And sometimes when they tell you that to you, it makes you feel important. It makes you feel like, "Oh yeah, I feel good now. Somebody needs me." You know what I'm saying? Don't let them mess with your mind right there. Don't let them mess with your mind right there. You know what I mean? Y'all see? Also, y'all, I have my mental health group, the Mental Healers, is still available. Coaching courses, everything is available at mentalhealness.net. I'll drop the link in the description right here in the live chat too, so y'all can check it out. Maybe he's gonna bring the cops to my house, to my home, saying I'm keeping his kids away from him, or going rat to the courts. I'm not exercising our court orders. I don't give a fuck. It's the same key you try to pay with. Oh yeah, 5,000 to board. Yeah. So protect your peace. Those could be very valid fears, right? Those could be very valid fears, because like you can go when you have kids. Sometimes it's very difficult to go no contact, because if you're not responding to them or not talking to them, they can, in certain states, they can just say you're doing parental alienation, right? They can tell the courts, like, she's alienating me. She's not talking to me. She never responds to my messages. She's ignoring everything. Or they're ignoring everything. They never talk to me. They never do this. They never do that. And they can just, they can try to claim parental alienation. You have to be it's a very delicate line when you have kids, right? In that space right there. It's just in that space. The new supply doesn't know what they're getting themselves into. Family's always family. Yeah, the new supply, sometimes they do know. Right. Sometimes the new supply does know. Sometimes the new supply is your friend or your family member, and they know what you're going through. They know the abuse. They've seen it. They just think they're going to get treated better. They just think they're better than you. Right. I'm about to do 20 push-ups and scream I'm free. Get him in. Get him in. Gotta get him in. Appreciate it, Chris. Thanks for hopping on. He always told me I can't live without you. And in the meantime, he did horrible things. Yeah. They will almost always tell you that I can't live without you. You my everything. You my heart and soul. But be abusing you. You know what I mean? It's just in this space right there. Why do the women stay when she knows he's back and forthly? So I feel like why are you staying as well? If you're the ones he's doing the back and forth with, I feel like you got to kind of ask yourself the same question. Why are you still dealing with him? Right? It kind of falls into both categories. If both people know, why are you still dealing with him on the other end of the thing? I don't know if you are, but if you're still dealing with him, if you're part of the back and forth, she might be competing with you, right? She might be competing with you. Or you might be competing with her. I'm gonna fuck him the best. He gonna choose me. I'm gonna give him the best ass or the best head. He gonna pick me. You see what I'm saying? Only person who wins in that situation is him because he's fucking both of y'all, going back and forth. Maybe not even shower in between y'all. He might just go over here and sleep with her, and come back and sleep with you. If this was going on, he's like, I'm the man. Y'all got two girls fighting over me. I'm the man. They both know. I'm the man. Oh, he just beat on his chest. That's what be happening right there. You see what I'm saying? Only person in that situation who wins is him. Y'all, and he got both of y'all looking silly. You know what I'm saying? But so you said, I don't want him. I want him to acknowledge the kids, believe. Yeah, but I mean, so if you gotta, I'm not saying that you are, but if you gotta fuck him to acknowledge the kids, you see what I'm saying? If you gotta give him some ass to acknowledge the kids or some attention, he don't really care about the kids. You see what I'm saying? Hey, you little bastards, I'm gonna take your mom in the bedroom real quick. Hey, kids, Dad's here. Go in the back room with your mom real quick. Put your headphones on. Bye, kids. Good seeing you. I acknowledge them. He just leaves. Is that the parenting he does? You know what I'm saying? That's wild if it is. But I hear those stories all the time. I'm not picking on you, but I hear those stories all the time. Right. I hear those stories all the time. Yeah, Steph, we live right now. We live. We are live. You know what I mean? If that's all it is right there, then like I said, it seems like he don't really care about the kids. If he's just coming there for you, he don't care about the kids. He's just acknowledging them. His presence is there. The kids don't feel love. If he's just there for you, the kids don't really feel love. They just feel like they're just there. You know, there's leverage. See what I'm saying? I feel like if you asking the question, why does the new supply keep dealing with him? You got back and forth. You got to turn the camera on yourself sometimes, right? Sometimes you got to face yourself, right? So sometimes you got to face yourself. The fear of loneliness, lack of awareness, and the charming good side of the narc used to stop me. There you go. But those make sense right there. Those all make sense. Those are all valid. Loneliness, loneliness, the fear of being alone, the lack of awareness. You don't know what you're going through. The charm, the good side, the good times. Yes, this all makes sense. But once you get to that point of understanding and realizing what you've been through and who this person really is, it helps you to fulfill that journey of going no contact, right, and dealing with it. You know what I mean? So just choose better. It's hard to believe someone a narcissist exists in the way and why we stay. Yeah, I mean, it's part of it though. For real, y'all. It ends up being part of it. You know, it's hard to understand this person and whatnot dealing with this person. I hate the spam from Facebook be coming on here. Yeah, I really, really do. My dog is upstairs barking. Working on getting out after 6 years. I found out my bank account, my karma name. There you go, girl. Be safe. Be safe. Be careful. I don't know if this is your real name using. You know what I mean? I'm gonna hide it real quick. But be safe. Take care of yourself and make that plan to get out of there. Right. Because that's how you empower yourself right there. Make a game plan, right? It's always a game plan. It's hard to just be when you're dealing with a narcissist, it's very, very difficult to be reactionary and win. The best way to go about doing stuff is to literally make a plan, execute that plan, and then you feel better. Like, damn, I executed that plan beautifully. But let's say if you have kids and they're only seeing you for the kids, that's a problem right there. That means they don't really care about the kids. The kids are being neglected. And the kids are being neglected in another way. Your dad or your mom shows up, but they're emotionally unavailable to you. So it gets to the point where you feel like your dad or your mom, whoever the parent is in this situation, the narcissistic parent, you feel like that parent doesn't care about you. You feel like you don't matter as much to that parent, right? Make a pros and cons list. Pros and cons list can work, but I always tell people to do cost benefit analysis, right? I have a degree in industrial engineering, and we do cost benefit analysis. Those work. Those go deeper, right? The cost benefit analysis go way deeper. What's the cost and what's the benefit, right? The benefit, well, like you said, the benefit is I get to talk to this person. I'm not alone. The cost is your sanity, your mental health, your physical health, your life. You see what I'm saying? Time, everything. The cost is so much more than the benefit and whatnot. He does not care. He only wants access for control. That's what happens. You see what I'm saying? Drinks a lot and it peels on him and his new supply. He drinks a lot and his own pills, him and his new supply. Oh, dear Lord. Where I be finding these pill poppers at? It's interesting. I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they don't pop them on the first date though. I'm sure they don't just whip out a pill bottle. You know, I'm sure they don't whip out a prescription bottle with somebody else's name on it on the first date. Like, oops, you want one? It tastes like a Tic Tac. You said it tastes like a Tic Tac and whatnot. Tastes like a Tic Tac. You want one of these? Mm-mm. Somebody said, how to deal with flying monkeys after leaving? Though they can be overwhelming, so that can be a valid fear about going no contact right there, because you don't know what the flying monkeys are going to do and whatnot. Sometimes it depends on who the flying monkeys are, right? You have to take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes flying monkeys are they help the abuser out, and then like say you can set yourself free from their life. Like the flying monkeys, if you can cut them out, sometimes you have to cut them out as well. You have to go no contact with them as well. But it's tough because the flying monkey can be your parents. They can be your friends or whatnot, right? They can be your parents, your longtime friends. What happens when they know you're pulling away? They try to when they know you're trying to pull away. A lot of times they try to reestablish control. They want to, they try harder. They might try harder to get you. I know you haven't been texting me as much. Something wrong? You must have found somebody else. I don't want nobody else around my kids. You know that, right? I don't want nobody else around my kids, even though I'm not around them. I don't want nobody else around them. That's crazy. Anyway, y'all, I need to hop off this live. It's Friday night, and I feel all right. Y'all be safe. Again, you can find everything about me at mentalhealness.net, my coaching, my courses, my support group. If you feel like you're alone, y'all, I got a support group with a lot of people in it. They help each other out. mentalhealness.net. Scroll down. You can find my courses, my support group, and everything. The support group is full of people who understand what you're going through. I'm in the support group. I'm active every day, answering questions, responding to emails literally every single day. We do a group live every week as well, y'all. We do a group live on Sundays every single week. But be safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other as well. I'm out. Peace. Peace everywhere.